If you are truly being intentional in your life and you want to find love and you're just over the dating, okay, make sure to subscribe because this is all the things that I'm all about. I found my happily ever after my person. We've been married together for 16 years. So if that resonates with you, if you want no BS, straight advice on how you can find it too, make sure you subscribe. Make this a habit where you can always find out when I post a new episode every Monday and Thursday. There are so many ways to meet your person. And one of the ways that I want to talk about on today's episode is about being set up. So I really, I saw guilty pleasure of mine. I'm going to admit Real Housewives. I actually love it. And I was watching Real Housewives of Dubai. And one of the girls, Sarah, was talking about how she's like, oh no, she doesn't like to be set up either way. Super like, it just made me think about that. I'm like, wait a second, I should talk about this because I'm all about the universe wanting to help you. And you are meant to connect with certain people in your life. Right. And so, when you're living your life, communicating to your friends, telling people like, hey, you guys, you know what? I am being intentional. I'm really wanting to find like a real love, like a lasting love, like healthy love, not just like hook me up with a hot guy, like hook me up with a tall guy. Like this is if you have been listening to me, and I know so many of you are so amazing because you've emailed me, you've messaged me, and you're leaning into this process, right? And lean into, oh my gosh, what if I communicate this? And that requires you to really get vulnerable, okay? Because you're putting your guard down and you're just having to communicate and be like, okay, this is what I want. And some people might be like, who knows how they react. Maybe you're scared that people will laugh at you, or some people will be like, you're desperate, or whatever the shit it is. And it's not. At the end of the day, if you are talking to someone that actually genuinely cares about you and someone who actually is looking out for you, and you say something like, oh my God, I'm really being intentional and I'm ready to find my person. Honestly, I really am. If you told me that, I'm like, okay, well, wait a second. That's amazing. Like, let's do this. Like, let me think about this. Who do I know that is, what are some things that what you're looking for? So you have to have a lot of clarity though, because, I said a minute ago, like, it's just tall, dark, and handsome. Like we're talking about, if you're listening to Jackie Loor, I'm all about qualities. And yes, you got to have chemistry, but you cannot figure out chemistry until you actually meet them. So if someone says like, you're like, oh, I have someone in mind, don't do the whole show me the picture. Like I would even actually think it would be really fun and awesome to do a blind date. Like if you're talking to someone you trust, they might go, oh my God, I actually know somebody that I work with, or my husband works with somebody. And wait a second, if it's all about the qualities. And if someone knows you and cares about you and they know somebody else and they think they're a really good match, I don't think that showing a picture is going to actually help you. So many times we are in our own way. We look at pictures and we're so used to swiping left and blah, blah, blah. So it's more of like being vulnerable, let your guard down, get set up. Oh my God, how fun would that be? And like, would you do it? I want to know. Let me know if you're listening to this on YouTube. Would you go on a blind date? Would you be set up with somebody that someone that cares about you has set you up with? I want to know if you're willing to communicate to people around you, your friends and family. Hey, I'm actually looking for somebody, like for real. Like I'm over the dating game, being single. Like I really want to find and be intentional. And this is what kind of partner I would love. Oh my God, do you guys know anybody? That is not desperate, by the way. And if you're judging that, that's your ego. That's your ego. Like, oh my God, don't do that. People are going to think you're a loser. No, that's not it. You are confident enough, but you also have faith in the universe and you believe that you have people that you're meant to meet. And there's different ways to go about it. Some people go through the dating apps. Some people are joining different groups that light them up and doing different things. Some other people are asking their friends and family. I had one of my clients, Brittany, and actually I'll drop the link below for her podcast episode, because that's literally what she did. She was like, hey, guys, friends, family, like, I'm being really intentional. And they're in love, living the best life, traveling the world, living together. And like, that wouldn't have happened if she didn't have the courage and the vulnerability to ask, so are you willing to do that? I really truly want to hear from you. And don't settle for anything less than crazy love. Because remember, it has to be crazy love or nothing. Thank you for listening. Until next time.